What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Bow, bow, bow.
Pow, pow, pow.
You see that recoil?
Dang, strange, no. How are y'all doing this week?
Yes, welcome to another episode of Like I Was Saying with
Your girl Velvet and your girl
B Baby.
You know what we do over here.
How have you been? Uh-huh.
All of those things.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I've been good. Just life things, and right before this episode, my computer,
So maybe it wasn't the right time for me to ask you. How you doing? How you been?
I'm in my feels right now. Definitely. My computer is hurting my soul. I had to schedule an appointment tomorrow to
get it back.
Because I can't have I need my computer. I do way too much on it.
Yeah.
Yes, how are you?
I am good, just hanging out. The last week was pretty even kill for the most part. You do anything? Oh, this last weekend was Mother's Day.
Yes.
How was your weekend?
What did I do? Saturday I hung out with you.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
And one of my other friends. We had a seafood boil thing.
Oh wait, what's your other friend? Oh wait, who
she
you would
definitely
know
was
about?
here.
But, yeah.
But with you. This is what drinking does, y'all.
That's so crazy.
We had a seafood boil and we watched Versus and chill. And then on physical Mother's Day, my son was with his father, but I went and got him. What? I went to go get him, and we went to one of his favorite restaurants. Why not? Because he loves pizza.
Because why not?
Yes, literally. Why not pizza? Literally. He would eat pizza every single day for every single meal if he could. So we went and got.
What kind of man?
No.
Pizza and/or wings?
No, he will not eat that.
No, sorry, Jonathan.
He'll eat pizza. That's about it.
Gotcha.
Out of those two things, yeah, he's not eating no wings. He'll eat pizza. He'll eat anything usually with bread. So pizza, pasta.
He eats the heavy stuff.
Macaroni and cheese. He's just like a pasta bread lover, but he doesn't like sandwiches. But he'll literally, if he doesn't feel like eating a meal or whatever, he'll can I just have some breadsticks and broccoli? Sir, where is the protein? Where is the meat?
I like the balance. You put a little vegetable in there. I'm gonna eat all
But
the
that's
bread,
only because he knows that if he just said bread, I would say no. So he has to add something. And I think he likes some meat, but he just does. Chicken he will eat. Hamburger once in a while. He'll eat ground turkey if we made tacos or something, or spaghetti. But other than that, steak, you have to make him eat it. He'll eat fish. He's really into salmon and tilapia. Before he would tear up tilapia, but I made some salmon one time, maybe a year and a half ago, and I was like, just try it, it'll be fine. And he was stubborn, but he finally ate it, and he was like, oh, it's not bad. And I said, a lot of foods that you think are bad are not. You just don't want to try these new things because maybe they look different or strange, but yeah. So we ate at Why Not, and then we went to Rita's and got a little icy.
Ooh.
And then I dropped him back off at his bed. And I came home and did nothing.
How did that feel to do nothing?
I kind of wanted to get my tattoo finished, so that I was a little bit sad about because I was like, oh, that'd be a nice little present for myself. But I didn't, so I just stayed there. It was fine. I watched, what the heck is the show? Black Lady Sketch Show.
Oh, you were talking about that.
So I watched that and laughed. And then for some reason, I was in I forgot what came on. I don't even know how I got to it on YouTube. But I got to something and it ended up being, what's the movie with Lauryn Hill, Whoopi Goldberg. I cannot talk today. Yeah, Sister Act 2. So I watched like the singing parts of that, because for some reason, some of those songs in my head. Then it got me to thinking, oh, what's that movie with Beyonce? And she was at a church and stuff. So then I start watching. So then I actually found that movie and probably watched about half of it, and then I went to sleep. For some reason, I don't know, I was in the mood to watch those type of movies. I have no idea why.
Joyful joy.
Yeah, I didn't get to that part though, but I did watch it on
You didn't
YouTube.
get to that part? That's
Oh, I watched it on, yes, sorry. I watched that on, I meant the Beyonce. Yes, on that I did watch it. I watched that, and then I watched the one where the boy hit that high note. Yeah. And I was like, okay, yeah, fuck it up. And I was like, I remember these days. I think I was just reminiscing on old times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are some oldies but goodies.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, yeah. But yeah.
I mean,
Have you seen it?
Is it Fighting Temptations?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never watched it. I'm not really a fan of Beyonce as an actress. Come for me if you want. I don't care.
Well, I don't, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan for her as an actress, period. So,
yeah. But a lot of it is her singing.
Don't care. Sister Act 2, though. Gotcha. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm weak.
Gotcha
But
on
yeah,
that.
no, I liked it because it had Lil Zane. Remember Lil Zane? It made me feel like back in my youth. You don't remember who Lil Zane is?
Wasn't he in, like, some, like,
He was in One
Young
Slow
Mo-
Song.
I thought he was in, like, Young Money stuff. Like
Oh.
Wayne at some point in one of his songs. I might be going crazy.
Possibly, but I remember him from the movie. I remember him from the song with with 112.
I have no clue.
So he's in the movie, so it reminded me of that. And I was like, dang, that's back when I was young, and I was like, oh my God, Lil Zane. And and then Beyonce's in it. I feel like it was probably her first one that she acted in, like as an adult. So I'm trying to think.
Wait, no. She had Austin Powers. Wasn't that before then, or no?
I don't know. I'm not sure. But I did not watch that Austin Powers, so I don't know.
Me neither, but I didn't know she was in it. That's all I got for you. I just knew she was in it. I told you, I don't. Like, what was the one movie where she was like,
Obsessed
with
or
Idris
something?
Alba? Yeah.
And I love him.
But I hated her acting. just like maybe
In
it's
Lion
her
King.
voice. I did not like it in Lion King.
A lot of people didn't. I would agree.
I feel like this is the one time someone can cite and be like, a voiceover had like horrible acting.
Her.
I've never heard anyone say like someone in a voiceover was not like compelling as their character. She was so not. Please.
Maybe she just thinks too much into it. Because some people can just have natural fun and be able to do those things. And then there's people that have to literally think through everything, which kind of takes away from the being fun. And a lot of those people, they've done it a lot of times before, but also they could just say something and they keep it in the script because it's natural. I don't think she like has that, because I think she just like thinks a certain way, like boom, boom, boom.
I think she's very monotone. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think there's a lot of my issue is that she's just very mono. Like, she doesn't fluctuate at all with the situation. It's like she'll either get louder or like maybe quieter, but that's not fluctuating like her tone, like her excitement and stuff like that.
Also like me.
Yeah.
But I can act.
Even when you do, like, I don't know. There's just something about her voice. It just doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just don't do it for me. I'm sorry. Her and J Lo, neither of them. They don't do it for me.
I like J Lo. And
Enough was the only movie.
Is that the one where she was beating him up?
Yes.
Yes.
That is the only. And there
because
were
that
still,
probably came from the inside.
There were still
probably.
a couple scenes I was kind of like, I guess.
Yeah.
But like that's the only one I can give her.
I don't think that Beyonce did bad in Dreamgirls.
I didn't watch that either.
Yeah, I don't think she did bad, but a lot of it was.
Sayin.
Yeah, like a lot of it. So I definitely agree. But for some reason I wanted to watch it. I think it was because one of the songs was in my head. I don't know. Apparently I was in like a listen to gospel music type vibe. Because both of those have those in it. So I was okay. So then I listened to the song. Oh my God. Why is their name escaping me? And I don't want to say the wrong one because it's definitely not them. I'm not going to mess it up. So I'm not. Because y'all not going to pull my card. Okay? But I know Angie Stone was in it. And she can blow. So I remember that song, so I listened to that one, and then it made me think of the Golden Girls, because the Golden, oh my God, the one that is it Blanche that slept around with everybody? She's in it.
Oh.
I am like 87% sure that's her, but she's in it. She was in the choir in the movie, And it made me, and I was like, oh my God, I remember watching that show with my grandma. I think it was just a bunch of like going through things. I don't know, but yeah.
Oh well, I'm glad. It sounds like you had a nice, well-rounded
night. Yeah, I cried and everything, but we're not gonna get into that. So how was your weekend?
Well, we're not talking about that. Okay, gotcha. Next. My weekend was good.
Every weekend you see me with this, but it's true.
Anyway,
I'm just saying.
so first part of my what I do Friday?
With me, but
What were we doing?
at someone else's house. Listening to music.
Yeah, Friday was good. Friday was good. We spent entirely too much time together. We can only account for like what the other one has done. Well, you did that. Oh, yeah, that's right.
I did do that, yeah.
Yeah, Friday was good. Oh, we went
had
a little bit.
Noah.
Noah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what you forgot about. Ooh, and you had to what? What was that drink?
A Category 5 hurricane.
And she almost tipped over a bit. Like she was in a hurry. She was.
Shit was good. They do it where you get like a double for the drink.
Baby.
That shit, I was drinking alcohol. Them ladies over a little bit know how to make them drinks. I tell you.
Yeah. So if y'all are in Virginia Beach, it's Virginia Beach.
I think I have the location too. When I looked it up on the GPS,
oh, I don't know.
it should put. But the one we went to was on Princess Anne.
Yeah. So if y'all go, y'all definitely need to go because it
Hear me.
is
It
wonderful.
was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, it is so good. They have like literally like po' boys, boils, beignets. Oh, it is so yummy.
Yeah. So please
So
check it
yummy.
out. It is delicious.
Yes, and then we had a nice jam session.
Yeah.
Friday night.
It was hilarious.
New and oldies.
We got played a little bit
Yeah.
by a youngster. That hurt.
Yeah.
Youngster was coming through with the songs, and I was
You know
like,
what?
I don't know this one.
That's how you know when parenting is done right.
Facts. When they know the old school. I try to teach my
Have to.
son a bit here, but he's not for the singing. He don't like anything. He just not like singing stuff.
But if you give that young man some old school rap,
Oh yeah, he in it. We literally for Mother's Day, that's what we did. Like we were sitting at a table while waiting for our food. He was like, all right, so I'm gonna say a line from a rap song. You gotta tell me either the name of the song or the rapper. We were doing that.
I love the way his mind works.
And I was like, all right. So I had to think hard because I was like, because you know how you think you know words to songs, and then when you put on a spot, you're like, shit, is it when you go through them? And then you're going through.
I
You're
would
like,
fail every time because every song I make up words to. So if someone's with the real ones, I'm like, oh, that's what that was.
oh man, I thought they said house, and he saw
Host.
Literally, I was like, I had to do the beat in my head so I could get it because I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm with it, but
We used to do stuff like that when I was younger with my sisters. When we would try to like avoid eating our dinner, we would sit at the dining room table and we would hum songs, and we would all try to guess what
the song was,
what it was.
Those are the good old days.
Right.
Those are the good old days.
You don't realize, they always say you don't realize you're in the good old days till they're gone.
Facts, because y'all all grow up. People, do different things. Have their own lives, and you're like, dang, I miss those days.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta try to at least have like a family night or something, once a month, once every 2 months, so y'all can get together and just laugh, eat good food, important part, talk, and catch up. So,
Yeah,
so what else you do?
but
Besides Saturday being with me.
yeah, and then Sunday, gifted my mom her Mother's Day gift. Shout out to the Glitter Bee.
Yes.
She
We're gonna
hooked
put her.
us up.
Yes, we'll put her stuff down below. So if y'all need anything custom made,
Yes.
hit her ass up and tell her that y'all learned it where.
On Like I Was Saying podcast.
Facts.
She does tumblers of
Yes,
all
shirts.
sizes, shirts.
Yes, I'm getting some shirts for my son's birthday.
Anything you want to put
Done,
on
yeah.
anything, customizable. I'm pretty sure. She even threw a cute coaster.
Yes, it was really cute.
Yeah.
I was kind of sad because I was like, "Bitch, where mine at?"
She goes, "That's for your mother." I said, "Is it? Are you sure?" But yeah, so that, and then we all hung out on Sunday, pretty much relaxed. Put another puzzle together this weekend. That one was probably my more trying one. It took me
seems like every week.
3 to 4 days to put that one together. Because there was a lot of sea of purple and black. So it took a lot of taking individual pieces and rotating them around like 4 times to see if they fit a piece or a space. No, we just had a lot of time. My sisters were over. We had a lot of time on our hands. So I was like, whenever it's just us in the house, you know, people tend to go do their own thing or be in their own corner of places. And that's just a real good way of bringing people into one place that brings everyone's, kind of entices everyone's attention and makes them want to engage.
I'm glad it entices y'all. Because if my sister said, hey, we're going to do a puzzle, that would be the opposite
I
of
will
enticing.
say my youngest one, she'll put my youngest sister, she'll put okay, I found like these pieces here, like 3 or 4 of them go to here. And then like 3 or 4 of them I can put together over here. 4, 5. Y'all figure out where they go inside the puzzle. After a while, I'm just sitting there staring. That's what she does. I'm like, okay, you done, baby?
That sounds about right.
Okay,
that's my type of girl. Because I'd be like, I don't even know if I went that far. I'd be like, this is what we doing. I forgot that I had a date.
But no, it was nice. It was nice. It took us a little bit longer, but I don't know.
I know when you told me you were done, I was like, damn, 18 years later.
That one did take forever. That one you had to take mental breaks from because it literally, like I said, my sister told me there are these other ones that, they're puzzles. They're called milk. They're milk puzzles, and it's literally a all white puzzle.
Fuck that. That sounds too much.
It's just an all white puzzle. So
you're going to get one, aren't you?
No. Hell no. I'm not going to stress my ass out like that. You got me fucked up.
You got me fucked up.
I don't think there's I don't think there's like variations or dimensions in it. I think
white,
it's just like
straight white.
Hell no.
Got me fucked up. You know what song I'm talking about?
I don't.
Oh my god, it's from what's her name? Is there. She's from Insecure. Not Issa Rae, but Amanda Seal. Amanda Seal.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, got it. Because her birthday is July 1st, like mine. So Amanda Seal, but she has a song that says, got me fucked up. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to play it for you.
I know, but that puzzle had me. When my sister heard about that, I said, that got me fucked up. Like, I can't. Just like the puzzle that we did was like maybe a third all, that was like kind of like all black, and I had some dimension of variation in it. That shit had me cross-eyed.
Yeah.
Woo! So now.
That's too much.
I couldn't.
As long as y'all enjoy it, if you like it, I love it. I could not ever. It's not my Steve.
But what's funny is you mentioned Amanda Seals. She had a video that someone sent me that had me weak as hell. It's like having your clap back ready before, like having your read ready before you even go into an argument with somebody. Like knowing you got beef with that person, get your read ready before you enter into that battle. And I'm like, see, the part that I be fucking up at is I want to do all that shit after I'm done with the argument. Like, oh, this would have been real good to say.
Yeah,
I should have got your ass with that.
It's too late at that point.
It's too late.
You gotta already have it in your head. See that when you think I be lying and stuff, it's really just my mental is just come on.
She's a professional liar.
I disagree.
She is a professional liar.
It's because of my other profession.
She comes up with lies like that.
I don't think that. I actually have to think about it.
As you're speaking it. I had to go home because the stove was on fire.
Yeah.
And I remembered that I put, and you can't put out a fire with this. You have to put it out with that. And then I fucked up doing that. I'm like.
So while I'm doing a lot of the jibber jabber that has nothing to do with what it is, I'm thinking of a true answer. So then I can come back.
But that's
around.
my problem. That's the crazy. There's something wrong with someone who can do that.
What do you mean?
Something wrong with you.
Y'all, I don't, I'm quite sure a lot of people can do that. I'm quite sure you could do it if you actually thought through it. It's just my mind works a different way.
I'm horrible at lying.
I
literally was talking to someone who, I was getting to know, and they had got something like seafood. And they had brought me oh, you want some? I was like, yeah, I'm allergic. They're like, no, I literally caught you. You're about to say you love seafood. I'm like, damn it, yes! I don't know how to lie. I'm the process of my mind doesn't know how to process a lie first. My mind processes the truth first. And then thinks about maybe lying.
Mine
after.
does too. But my mind just maybe works faster. I think it does. But I'm quite sure. They say that I have ADD or whatever. So maybe my mind just works super fast. I don't know. So I definitely think of, all right, that's the truth. And then I'm like, all right, how can I flip it so it's the truth-ish, but not really the truth?
Okay.
But yeah, it's just really because of my other profession. If something was to happen and I was to get caught in a situation, you have to literally come off the top, which has happened. And I had to come off the top. And baby, I was so proud of myself afterwards. I was like, bitch, you did that shit. Because really, I was so fucking nervous. I was like, bitch, I'm about to get caught and ruin the whole fucking thing. But I came off the top and I told my boss, and she was like, that was good as fuck. And I said,
thank you.
give me that raise.
It's always funny. I think what I know for myself when I was younger, I used to think about reads and doing them in my mirror.
And still fucking them up.
I mean, I never really beefed with nobody in person like that. Like, I've never gotten into like an altercation like that, or where it's like I'm digging on you on purpose. I've never really been in that situation.
Me either, but I'm always prepared.
Ha! Yeah.
I don't say always, but I definitely will at least have a couple. So then when you come back, I'm thinking through my head. All right, I can. Okay, bitch, that ain't made no goddamn sense, and then go from there. So you have to say something that's like normal at the beginning while you're thinking through. So maybe you just can't say something and think at the same time.
Got you.
So maybe that's what it is. Multitasking.
Gotcha.
It's all right. It's not built for all of us, you know.
Well, as we mentioned, verses.
Yes. SWGA. Versus Xscape, baby. So, what were your thoughts?
Okay. So we missed probably the first like maybe 30 to 45 minutes.
I don't even missed that much.
We did. We definitely at least missed that much. But I heard that they were late anyways. So it probably didn't matter.
I thought the first song they did was the one we saw. So I think we came in literally when, because I think we started around 8:20.
They started at 8, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they didn't do nothing.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we kind of came in right
when they started, yeah. So I would say because Xscape sang first, the first song, and then the second half SWG did.
So I was really happy to see, everyone up there, for the most part, like contributing, happy, celebratory, stuff like that. I definitely feel like there was a difference in the group's energies, like on the performance, or being on the same page with what they wanted to do, or how they wanted to portray themselves,
or the shade thrown
at it. I definitely felt like SWV was more cohesive. Like they just seemed more together and on track with what their presentation was, what they were doing, how they were going to be performing everything. Whereas Xscape, it literally felt like they were kind of all on different pages as far as what they wanted to do there, how they're going to behave. But
and someone was definitely on something, baby. Somebody was on something.
Yeah,
baby. She was feeling all of the world at the same time. So, she was a free being. It was
yes,
free.
So I don't know names in general, but there was one who wanted to shake her booty.
Yeah, on Xscape.
She does. On Xscape, yeah, and I think she was like the lead. She just wanted to shake her ass. She was love. She was shaking her ass and love for everything. Love for SWV, love for them. She was
having a good time, but that's how it really should be, except for just the shaking ass, but the performing.
Right.
But yes.
Right. And then you had the other one that had the real pipes.
Woo! Love her.
She was there to sing.
She said, I didn't come to do nothing else but to sing.
Yes. You had Candy there, who was there to show, for the most part, her producer credits and her songwriting credits. And I didn't realize that, was it No Scrubs that Tiny wrote on as well, or was it the other song? It was No Scrubs?
I believe so.
That Tiny wrote on. What was the other song that Candy wrote on that I didn't realize was her?
That was
Bills?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that Candy wrote on Destiny's Child Bills as well.
Well, I knew that one, but I didn't know about Scrubs.
I knew about No Scrubs because I met Candy through Real Housewives of Atlanta, and like that's how they discussed like her legacy was like being the writer of No Scrubs. So I
Oh,
knew about
yeah,
No Scrubs,
no.
I didn't know about Bills.
Oh, yeah.
But I also didn't realize Tiny wrote on No Scrubs as well, I think.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Until then,
Yeah, but Tiny, she was definitely a little unique acting-ish.
She was having a ball. She was a free spirit. She said, I am here to sing a little bit.
And I shall not stand
I'm
up.
here to sit down.
Yes.
I am here to be free. And
Yes.
that's it.
Yes.
And that's exactly what she did. And then she, oh my, go ahead.
No, what was you going to say?
When her family, when the song cut off,
Oh.
and they were like, no, finish the song.
I think they said run it back.
Yeah.
Run it
And
back.
so it was supposed to be SWV's turn, and girl SWV said, hold on. This is our turn. But then Spinderella was like, I'm not getting in the middle. Not getting in the middle. She said, no.
So I think DJ Spinderella was doing for SWV, I think it was, and there was DJ Alone, I think
I don't
his
remember his
name
name,
was,
but
for Xscape.
But DJ Alone, whoever his name
he was
is,
acting it.
baby was getting it. I
He
think
was
we better go
lit.
ahead and do all of it.
He was super lit.
But yeah, when they were screaming and stuff, I would say that was a kind of a little bit rude.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the way that I think it should have went, or believed it should have gone, is that they should have just said, "Hey, can we finish the song?" Because I don't think that it would have been a problem, but the way that it was just handled, y'all like disregarded them altogether.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they was a free bird.
And then you had SWV.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I definitely felt like they were very, very much cohesive.
And
And
vocally strong.
Yes, and I don't know if that speaks more to like rehearsal or if that speaks to chemistry within the group. Which I think it's the latter part. Chemistry within the group. I just feel like you just could tell like
They were a family.
the camaraderie there, the familyness, just kind of things of that nature when it came to them.
And that definitely is not in Xscape.
Right.
Even though, so I definitely would say I probably listened to more Xscape when I was younger than SWV, so I kind of was disappointed with it because I definitely can, fuck up a couple of their songs, and I was hoping it was going to be more together.
I came in like SWV were my girls.
Yeah, which I love SWV as well. Trust and Believe. It's just I just knew a lot more. I think of Xscape songs because they
Yeah.
Shoes on legs of feet, pulling on down to the Xscape. You supposed to say the other part? Yeah. See, I need a new chorus. I can't. She's supposed to come in on the cues, and she's where the cue?
Lo siento.
Anyways,
but so there was like a noticeable like Coco Eater seemed like she was just very shady at points. Like her eyes just seemed to cut at very distinct times.
Her face had no chill. That's what it was.
Sometimes she looked on the brink of like an emotional breakdown, and the other she's kind of like looked like kind of fed up with certain situations. But it was she made a post on social media afterwards, pretty much letting people know that
something happened prior to.
Yeah, that it wasn't people's imagination. She really was going through something. That right outside, apparently her hotel window, a woman was shot about 4 times, and then she physically saw the body and the blood from
and the lady
body.
bleeding out.
Yeah, so she really was going through something traumatic just before the verses happened. But there was for anybody, I could imagine that's a lot to pull yourself together
and try to perform.
Exactly.
And do stuff.
And I think a lot of people forget that like human aspect to even celebrities, like they go through stuff, and even if she didn't go through something so traumatic like that, we have days we literally just don't feel like it. There are days that you just call out from your job, and that's not really how things like that work. You have people depending on you. You're a damn lie. You have people who like depend on you and who. Was I about to say a lie?
I never just called out.
That's crazy. So,
Look at her trying to put me on a blast that ain't right. No,
well,
I definitely have a line.
This is like mind fuckery. This is low-key
Not at my
manipulation.
current job. I just want to put that out there.
Anyway, so But yeah, but you could like I said, just all together, there was just a different atmosphere with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they were slaying too. Like, all the ladies were slaying.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And
they
dancing.
looked good. Yes. SIB, I love when SIB did get there, especially on Week. I loved. Now that, no matter what, I don't care what they said the fan favorite was. Can't no one tell me that Week is not like it just. It's literally my favorite song. It's been my favorite song since middle school.
But I have to say I love Just Kick It. Like that is probably one of my favorites.
But they said like SWV's fan favorite.
Oh yeah.
I think it was the Human Nature Michael Jackson song.
Yeah.
That they voted as the fan favorite. I'm like, y'all know y'all lying.
Well, you know, because he's
but you know.
So that was it. But yes, Week was it. Because they do the guitar part at the beginning too,
for the Human Nature song.
Okay.
When they did the fan favorite for the Human Nature song, they did. But yeah, I really enjoyed. That's been my second versus watching. The first one was Keisha and Ashanti. It would be a lot for me to sit down because, especially when they start going up the memory lane. One? Yeah, I think that was my first one. I don't think I watched.
You only watched 2 of them?
All the way through.
That's crazy. I've definitely watched.
Which ones did you watch?
I did not watch Keisha Cole and Ashanti because
we know we recorded that podcast.
I watched DMX and Snoop. Obviously the one we just watched. Monica and Brandy.
Oh, I watched that one too. I watched it post fact though. I didn't watch it live, but I did watch that one.
Yeah, I definitely watched that because I was fucking jamming.
Okay, I forgot about that one. I did watch that one.
I watched, the older groups. So I've probably watched almost all of them outside of the Jeezy one with somebody. I think it was Jeezy and
Gucci.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. And I didn't watch the Shanti and Keisha. Even though I do like Keisha Cole, I'm not really a Shanti fan, and I just did not want to sit through and listen to it.
I love Ashanti.
Yeah, I can't.
We seem to be coming heads to heads with. So who do you got between Brandy and Monica? Who do you have?
Monica.
Okay, never mind. I have Monica here. So far,
absolutely not. Monica hands down. Period.
Yeah, I need me a boy band.
Yes.
Like
I hope they do a 112.
Yeah. Like a Jagged Edge. Who else would be in that boy band? What would be the other options that we could do?
I just want to hear 112.
Yes.
Because, baby, I'm in there.
Yes.
In there. 112. The one I really want to hear is Missy and Pharrell. Period. Bam.
Yeah.
That's what I want to hear. Because on both the song aspect as well as their producing, oh my God. Because Missy can do a lot of Aaliyah songs. And right there, I am a Aaliyah fanatic. And that right there, I'm just like, bitch, she won.
So what if like Missy and Tim went against each other with their Aaliyah catalog?
I would be so hurt. I wouldn't know what to do. But I'm still a Missy fan though. So period. I probably would. I would go in there very biased. I would try to have an open mind, but in reality, I'm very biased. Even though I loved him, but I love Missy. Like, period. I've had probably all of her albums.
Do you feel like it's difficult for when you have a bias to be like impartial?
Yes.
That's
sometimes you really try, like some people really try to, but if you like, it's just very hard, especially if you grew up with it. But again, I grew up with Tim too, but I think I just like Missy because she was just really a free spirit. She just
innovator.
Exactly. Like the things that people doing now, but she did back in the early 2000s. Y'all just copying her style and trying to up it, but she already did the shit. She was different, and I like that because back then, even now, but I was heavy set. So then it was like I get to see someone on TV that is not one of these skinny bitches. So it was just someone that I could relate to. And I think that I am creative, so I was like, that's me. So I would always,
That's sweet.
Yeah. When I was young, I'm like, I'm Missy. Yeah.
That's cute.
But
I mean, that's important. But yeah.
To be able to see someone on TV, because a lot of people get to see like someone that may look like them or whatever it may be, whether it's their color or their figure or their gender. And a lot of times with heavier set women, you definitely did not see that back then.
Yeah.
And even now
you see it's more like gospel music. Or
or like Lizzo. And so it's like
one-offs,
Yeah. So it's never, so it's like, oh shit, fucking Missy Elliott, yeah. And of course she's from the VA, so What else is there to it?
Exactly. She still raps. She still raps.
Exactly. And Pharrell is from VA as well. So I give him that. And he definitely produces some shit.
Hell
I
yeah.
can't say that I'm a fan of his songs. Like, there are some good ones. But I could probably rip some Missy songs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she just did the fucking remix with her and Eve and Magoo from back in the day. Bitch, right there. It's over. So, yeah, I don't know. Y'all need to go ahead and do that.
Yeah. I wonder when they'll start doing, like, exclusively. I mean, they kind of did that with Teddy Ray and, what is his name? Because they did more or less, like, a lot of producing, songs
Who?
they produced. Not Teddy Ray, I'm sorry.
Teddy Ray?
Teddy Riley, I'm sorry.
Because you said Teddy Ray and
I was thinking about a comedian, I don't know why.
Because I really was like, Teddy Ray. I was in my head like, who the fuck is Teddy?
Teddy. I got the Teddy and the R. The rest kind of faded away.
That's why earlier I didn't say it because I didn't want nobody to come for me in these comments about who I was trying to figure out.
So who did Teddy Riley go against?
Mm-hmm. You know who else? I would like to hear Maxwell.
But I feel like they did a whole bunch of. Ooh, who did Maxwell go against?
I like me some Maxwell.
I'm about to be so upset when I figure out who he went against.
Teddy Riley and. Oh, and I definitely watched Erykah Badu and Jill Scott. How did I ever forget? Oh.
Oh, shame. Babyface. Babyface.
I think I only watched a bit of it. I don't think I watched that full.
I didn't watch it full.
Yeah.
But, like, theirs were very produced, driven.
Because they have some heavy.
I was trying to think of who else, like, has, like, not only did they use their catalog from what, like, they physically
did
put out, but, like, produced.
Yeah.
And that was really the only one that I can think of. So that'd be very interesting to have a versus, and they predominantly just put on, like, their producing catalog.
With Missy and Pharrell.
Mm-hmm.
That
because
would be.
they're still equally artists, but they also produce a lot of shit.
So, if it was mainly their specific music, I think Missy would win. I'm just going to be honest. If it was just their producer music, I think there's more of a level, but I think Pharrell may have a little bit higher. Because I think I don't know what Missy has produced as of recent. Like her, like recently, back in the day, yeah, she was fucking it up. But now, I don't know what she's produced recently. So then I think that's where she could definitely play some of the old jams. People are going to be, dancing to it. But he has more of the newer ones. So I think he would maybe win that. Mm-hmm. But if you combine them together, I think that she would win because she still has more of her own stuff plus the producing and his own stuff. Like I said, but I just, again, it's just my personal opinion. I don't think it's over her own stuff. Okay. So I don't know. I would love to hear. I'm just going to be honest. I would absolutely love to hear that one. Mm-hmm. I'll be dressed up in everything. I don't even know what I'm going to dress up in, but I'm dressed up in something. With a whole mic so I can sing to every fucking song.
Girl.
Y'all might see me. I might record it. Ooh, be fucking it up. Bobble head and everything. Face.
So yeah, that was, who do you think took it away?
SWV. Even though, like I said, I knew a lot more of Xscape songs, but it was just, they were all over the place. Like, one was the moon, one was the sun, one was the ground, one was the water, one was Pluto, that non-existent anymore. Like, they were all over the place. I don't know, but I definitely was singing the songs because, like I said, I knew majority of their songs, but yeah. Mm-hmm. But all togetherness, I would definitely have to say SWV took that one.
I agree.
Yeah. And Coco was fucking it up.
Coco, I want to say she was the star.
Yeah.
She was the star of the entire thing. Even though she had a really nasty start to her evening, and she had a lot of reason to not be there. Coco stole that show. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I would agree.
She was a belting, honey. I loved hearing her. Her range, girl still got it.
Yeah. I would agree. I cannot think of her name right now, and I don't know why it's escaping me, but the one off of Xscape, I think her voice, period, has always been a beautiful voice. Mm-hmm. Sorry, guys. I thought that was off, and it's definitely supposed to be on, I don't know. Alrighty. So yes.
Yes, Coco, she's star.
Yeah, I would agree. But let's go ahead and move forward. DJ Khaled new album just came out.
Yes.
And he has a lot of videos for. I don't know if he has all like videos for every single song, but he has a lot of videos.
Almost damn near, if not.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on that? I think I've only heard a couple of them. The Her one with Migos, the Lil Wayne one with. I always get him mixed up with somebody, and I feel like I might have messed up the name.
You said Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne, and it was a singer, man. Is it Jeremiah? Was Jeremiah? Is that who it is? I think so, because not August Alsina, which I don't know why I get them mixed up, but I do. So I think it's Jeremiah and Lil Wayne. And I heard it's Justin Bieber song.
With 21.
Yeah.
21 Savage. When you heard the other Her song with Bryson Tiller and I think Meek Mill.
Yes.
And then he had the Beanie Man.
Yeah. That was my favorite one. Buju Canto. That one, maybe. I don't 100% know, but
So
that was my favorite one, and I think the Her Amigos was my second. Other than that, I like the Lil Wayne video.
I haven't watched any of the videos.
That one, I think, is because it was just like showing them grow up and how much hard work they had to put into where they got was really the story of it, is what I was getting. And so I liked that. But yeah.
Oh, he had a Cardi song too.
Oh, I did not hear that.
Yeah, I meant to listen to that one with you. Yeah, he had a Cardi song as well, and I really enjoyed Cardi's
part. Because I heard you, I think you say it was like old Cardi.
Yeah, like gangster bitch music.
I'm gonna have to fuck that one up.
Where it's not like the new pop Cardi, but it's like talking about the shit she went through and kind of what she had to do to be here, type deal. So that was refreshing to see her kind of go back to that.
Part. Well, that's good because I love her song. What is it? Is it Get Up 10? I used to put that song up in the car.
Yeah, so I think my favorite of the songs was Justin Bieber and 21 Savage's song together. I definitely do think, and I agree with, like, there were duos up there you didn't necessarily know that you wanted. But I'm going to go ahead and just say, for my hot take on it, I was not vibing with the album at all.
Really? My sister loved it. She's the one, I think before you even told me about it, she told me about it. And I was like, okay, I'll listen to it, but I just never did. But she said she's likes majority of the songs, I think besides the one, I can't remember which one. Oh, she said she skipped the Drake song. Or no, she said Lil Wayne song.
Drake's
one of them.
Really like that either.
But I have no idea. Didn't know he was on there until y'all told me. So there's that part. But I don't, you okay?
I stubbed the fuck out my nose.
At least I'm on the side with the piercing.
I feel like I just re-pierced my fucking right nostril. That shit hurt.
Your ass just keep fucking yourself up. Huh?
I do. What do I do to deserve this? But yeah,
So I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. I will listen to it some more, but y'all listen to it and let us know in the comments what y'all think. Did y'all like the songs? What's y'all favorite song? What song y'all think is like doo-doo? You know, which song is flowing well? I think I like the reggae more song, but that's my spirit. I think I really should have been born somewhere else instead of America, because I think that's just my spirit.
Yeah.
I fucked it up to when the song come on, I got the right beat and so, ooh, I'm like, yes, bitch. So yeah, I don't even know what the fuck they saying, but it just sounds so good and just make you want to move. So that song, and then like I said, the Migos and Her, but I think it's really because I like Her, but I did not like Her in the Bryson Tiller one. I didn't like that one.
You did not at all.
I was a note turn. It didn't do nothing for me. It didn't. And DJ Khaled, when he say DJ Khaled, get on my nerves. DJ Khaled.
Yeah, I can't say that I like him much either.
We the best.
His
number
voice.
one. What else he say?
Another one.
Yes, that one. Another one.
Yeah, his voice just doesn't do it.
Another one.
It doesn't incite the excitement.
Another one.
No.
Literally, it feels like they sing a little bit and then he said, another one. We the best.
Well, we know how she feels.
Yes, that part is irritating. It reminds me back in the day like P. Diddy, but he's worse than P. Diddy. Because back in the day, P. Diddy would say a little bit, and he would even do like a little bit of rap or something. DJ Khaled would do nothing. He'd just say, "We the best," and all the do something, add something to it, and then you recycle beats. But that's a whole other thing. Let's move forward.
So there was some more music.
Yes.
You wanna those excitement? How about you share with us, Velvet?
My husband, J. Cole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What did he drop?
His new album will come out on the 14th. Y'all better cop it, so we can get rich. As well as his new song called Interlude came out over the weekend. He wasn't going to drop it, but I told him, I was like, boo, just drop a song.
Give them what they're looking for. Give them what they're looking for.
Give them what they're looking for. And you know what he did? He dropped it because he knew. He knew. Why are you laughing?
The conviction you have.
Babe,
just give them what they want.
Give them what they give it to him. Just do it. And you know what he did? He dropped it. See? That's the power that a woman has over a man. You see? I'm just like, don't get me. Don't get me. But yes, I absolutely love J. Cole. If anyone truly knows me, they know that I absolutely love J. Cole. If I was to ever meet him, I don't even know. Oh my goodness, I don't even know. I would try to be the composed woman, but deep down inside, I don't know if that's really how it would be. I'd probably be the little girl jumping up and down for a daddy. Oh my God, daddy, daddy.
So what did you think about it?
I liked it. I listened to it a couple times. I tried so he dropped it. I'm dropping it at 12, and I was going to try to stay up, but my body said no. So when I woke up, I set my alarm to wake up to go to work, and I said, J. Cole, and so I got it and listened to it, and then I was trying to, because I try to listen to his songs a couple times, because there's literally like different lines, you're like, oh shit, oh that's deep, and so you have to really truly listen to his music in order to get the meaning or whatever he's saying behind it, but I enjoyed it.
Good. I heard he's got something else coming out too.
Yes. Which one? The documentary? Oh, that already came out. Yes, the Applying Pressure, the off-season documentary. His album is called The Off-Season.
Oh, okay.
Because it's supposed, apparently, the word on the streets is, I can't tell y'all because, NDA and all, that... Give me a moment!
Word on the streets, you can't say NDA.
Is that this is his last album.
Oh, wow. What I find interesting is the name of the album.
The off-season.
Name of the, the documentary. And then apparently he signed on for a professional basketball team in Africa.
And,
off-season.
Yes. Exactly.
They have off-seasons.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to connect dots over here.
He's just coming through with different things. The documentary, which I will be watching. The album, which I will be copying. And I will definitely be watching him play basketball. So, all of those things.
Yeah.
I'll be in, maybe next year I'll be in Africa. Wow. That will literally kill two birds with one stone. Get to see my boo J. Cole, and I get to go to fucking Africa. That would literally be my dream. Friends out there, do you hear me? I'm speaking this for y'all to hear. He plays in Africa. I want to go to Africa. Two birds, one stone. Bam, bam, bam. Let's do it. Africa trip. Do you understand me?
Right.
Just to see J. Cole. But other things too. We're going to enjoy Africa. But I need to meet J. Cole. It's very imperative.
Facts.
Oh my God. Ooh, baby. Ooh.
You'd be too excited.
I wouldn't even fucking know what to do. Like, no one would be able to take the smile off my face. I would look like the Joker for like a whole week. Like, bitch, I just went to fucking Africa and I met fucking J. Cole and he gave me a hug. Oh my God, he gave me a kiss on my cheek.
Oh, look at this fangirl here.
Shut up.
Look at this fangirl here.
Yeah, so I just, there's that piece, but, yeah. So anyways, very excited. Cop all of those things. Watch him play basketball, support. Let me know what y'all think of his album.
Yeah. And there were updates given to us about the unfortunate and untimely death of Pop Smoke. It's been revealed. Yeah, it's been revealed that a 15-year-old is ultimately who shot and killed him.
Stupid.
Over his Rolex.
Which is crazy.
It's very sad that your earthly possessions can have you killed.
So I'm just did the 15-year-old, or they say like because Pop Smoke wouldn't give it up, or he just shot him because he wanted to Rolex?
There's actually speculation that he's not the one who killed him, but that he's the one who's taking the fall.
Because he's 15.
Mm-hmm.
You still gonna get time?
Yeah.
Especially depending on the state you live in, they gonna try you as an adult, sir.
Yes, but you know certain adults are gonna, try to finesse a situation where they don't have to be the person involved, or to be the person that is a scapegoat. Or
he's
not
gonna
scapegoat, but the person.
But that's terrible because he's gonna be a 15-year-old in a jail.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
And that's in New York, right?
Mhm.
Woo! Yeah. Is it in New York?
So the house that he was shot in was owned by someone who's on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Yeah. Well, that could be anywhere.
So I don't know if
Beverly Hills or if it was New York.
Right. I don't know. I'm just thinking between one of those. I'm not sure which one it was in.
And I definitely think their age is like 13 for adult. So you're getting tried as an adult. I'm not taking the fall for nobody if I didn't do it.
Right.
Yes, I helped rob, but I did not shoot that MFer. Hell no.
Right.
I'm not taking that fall. I'll get these 10 and 15, but you ain't giving me no damn life or 30 or whatever the fuck you about to give me.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So.
That's crazy. I feel bad for him, and I hope he survives in jail. Hopefully he'll learn a lesson. I don't even know what to say on that one.
Yeah.
Like a 15, I couldn't even imagine my son being 15 and doing something like that.
That's very unfortunate.
It is. And as a parent, like, what?
Yeah. Well, I don't know who and all follows the show Grey's Anatomy. But Jesse Williams, a.k.a. Jackson Avery, is leaving Grey's Anatomy after 12 seasons.
I wonder is he going to die off?
I don't know. So here's the interesting thing. There was a lot of kind of back and forth as far as like what this season means, because there's been, I was hoping it was going to be done and they're wrapping it. I really haven't honestly watched the show the majority of this season, but it keeps going through. She's like she's, it almost looks like Grey's gonna die the entire season because she's going through a battle with COVID, and now she's going through it. They bring up all these like past people who've been on the show, and like this like middle afterlife kind of thing that she goes into, people who have died on the show that aren't no longer with her. And so I was like, okay, yeah, her husband comes back in. O'Malley from the first season, he comes back. There's like a couple other people as well.
There's the what was his name? McHottie.
I think he comes back. I think her sister comes back, Lexi. I think a lot of people have visited her in this like middle space ground. So it almost seems like something that's kind of like bringing it to full circle. Yeah. So apparently it's not, because it says he's leaving after 12 seasons, which alludes to there's more seasons. So I am interested to see how he leaves, how he goes, because I do believe that April, the mother of his child in the show, comes back into the show in some capacity. And I'm wondering if he leaves to go with her, because she leaves with their child to go somewhere in one of the earlier seasons. So I'm wondering if he leaves to go be with her to be a family.
Because he probably may pop up on a couple episodes later on.
Because there are no other ties to him to the show right now. They had this like bullshit.
What about the mother? Did she die or something?
No, she just moved to another area with their child.
Okay.
They
no, his mother.
Oh no, his mother's still on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, you know, like I said, he's leaving. I mean, his relationship with Maggie has been done and simmered. He had some bullshit fling thing with Joe, which I never agree with because I don't like Joe. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see him leave. It's going to be sad to see him go. Because, for one, he's just a gorgeous man.
Baby!
The way he carries himself is...
Yeah. Fine.
The way he carries himself, first of all.
Yeah.
And then just go into the man as a being. It's just
very
beautiful.
fine. And yeah, because literally, it was just funny that we were going to talk about this. So like I said, on the Black Lady Sketch Show, he was on there, and they were talking about this beautiful man. And then when he came through, I was like, bitch, yes, he is beautiful.
Yes, he is.
Cause you know how they be saying, oh, this beautiful man, and he walked through, and you like, I know that. But this one, I was like, yes, y'all got that right. Yes, Black Lady Sketch Show, come through with it.
Yes, he is everything.
He is gorgeous.
Ooh, yes. Yes.
The thoughts in my brain, Lord.
So I guess I'll be tuning in to the show, even though I haven't been following up with it. I guess I'll follow up and be into it in order for me to kind of follow along and see what they end up doing with his character.
Yeah, well, tell me, because I won't watch it.
That's fine. Yeah. I'm kind of over.
It was just too much. The show that I love was How to Get Away with Murder. I had watched it, and I stopped watching it. Then I went back because it was going to go off of Netflix and watched like the rest of the seasons. I think it's just because I love Viola Davis. I think she just plays the fuck out of any role she plays in.
My sister loves that, and I've been trying to.
How to Get Away with Murder?
I need to sit and watch it.
Oh my god! When my best friend comes into town, I would advise you not to tell him that because he will probably make you watch it. Like he will probably make you watch it. When I was telling him I stopped watching it, it was like it was the end of the world. So they'll mention it.
Got it.
So I'll probably mention it.
Guess what? BBB hasn't watched
How to Get Away with Murder. Like what?
Bitch.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this topic of the day.
Yes.
So, how do you feel about interracial friendships and or relationships? Or do you want me to go first?
So I'm trying to find the right word because saying what the first word that comes to mind, I don't feel like it fits properly for like what I'm trying to say. Like, I guess I'm an advocate for it. I don't know if that word doesn't make sense though in the context. I'm a proponent of interracial relationships, friendships. I've been around that and been involved in those all of my life, whether it be friendships, whether it been relationships, whether it been family. So I definitely am, and I'm, I guess, an advocate for people being with whomever they wish to be with or friends with, or creating relationships with whomever, whether that be with the confines, whether that's outside, whomever you wish to. I don't think there's any borders for me for that. Let's go to you. Ask that question first to yourself as well.
I want everyone to be happy, and whoever they're happy with is important, to them, whether I like them, not like them, whatever it may be. Do I hope that, what is the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to figure out the best words. I don't have an issue with interracial relationships or friendships, as you could tell. Because otherwise, I wouldn't be here. I think that the issue that I have is when the race, whether it be black, white, Asian, whatever, Hispanic, when they don't date their race, they then talk bad or degrade their race, like the other person. So, like, there was a thing probably a couple years ago. There was this black boy. He maybe was 20, if that. He really looked like he was 17, but 20. And he was recording himself with his girlfriend, who happened to be white. He was black, and talking about he doesn't date black girls. And so then the white girl took over and was like, yeah, he don't date black girls because they ghetto and disgusting and all this other stuff. And he literally just sat there and allowed her to speak bad about your people. Bitch, you have a black mama. So those are the things I don't like. If you be happy with a white person, a black person, Asian person, I don't care about that. For me personally, I would like to marry or date a black person. Do I have a problem dating outside of my race? No, because I've definitely dated mixed people, and I've never dated a white person, like just straight white. But I've dated mixed people and Asian people and all that. if I would say what my preference is, it would be black. That's definitely my preference. But I can't say that if I look at interracial couple, I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. No, everyone has a preference.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's just it.
Mm-hmm. I think when looking at interracial ships, I think it's important to understand who you're dealing with,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of times when speaking for myself, when white people date outside of our race, there's not a lot of ramifications for our skin color. So there's not a lot of things that we have to think about in our daily lives when we go out. Let me refer to, there's nothing that we need to think about when we go out into the world, navigate, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it's important for someone who wants to have those relationships with other people, again, friendships, relationships, anything. I think it's very important to educate yourself in what their experiences are and how your experience differs from someone else's, whether that be African American, Black American, Hispanic, Asian American, no matter what the race is. I think it's important for you to understand and be able to, especially in situations where there may be uncomfortableness, to be able to speak up for those who may not have a voice or may not feel comfortable voicing based on the people around. Like, I definitely feel like as a white person, you can't take on those relationships lightly.
Not at all. And you definitely have to be there to defend, because there are a lot of people that date black people, and it's really just like how it was back in the days for the stimulation of things. And so I don't think that you should date someone just for the stimulation and that aspect. Like, you're like, oh, I don't, if you're a black, whatever color, I don't want to date this race because, they have a small penis. Or, they're not good in bed, and I've heard this group is good in bed, so I'm going to talk to this person. But truly, you don't really care about the person, you just want to fuck them.
So it should be the superficial things.
Yes.
Okay.
Especially when you're dating outside of your race, because every race, I would say, overall, has something that they've dealt with in their past. And those things are, like, if I was to date a white man, he would have to be able to understand the things that my people went through, the things that I go through on a daily basis that I walk outside. And those are things that a lot of people outside of your race don't understand or truly can't understand. And so that's where the issues will lie. Unless, as one of my friends say, you a coon ass nigga. Then that's different because, well, you're a coon. If you don't know what that means, look it up.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's the piece. It's just when you talk bad about those people. So I would never date a white man and say, yeah, I would never date a black man ever again because they're cheaters and liars and all this other stuff. I would never do that. One, because not all men are like that, period. But why would I talk bad about the black man? That's stupid.
Right. That's when you start going to that self-hate.
Exactly. And baby, do I love myself? Yes. So
that's imperative.
Yeah. So that is the part that I dislike the most. Would I like to see more black and black couples? Absolutely. Because it's just, we don't see that a lot. If I'm going to be honest. Yes, I would love to see, a black man supporting a black woman and a black woman supporting a black man. You really don't see that. It's very rare in this day and age. Back in the day, when my grandparents had met, that was really what it is. You couldn't really date outside of your race. But it's just like you don't see that a lot. And so it's like, well, dang, where is the black people going to go? It's just going to be a bunch of mixed kids out there in the world. Which is nothing wrong because my son is 100% mixed. So it's just like, I would definitely like to see more black couples. And I had to deal with things internally in order for me to get to that point, which I think just had to do with daddy issues as well. So until I realized that it's a lot that goes into it. I was gonna, and there's just a lot that goes into it. But it's something that if you, as a black person, or again any race, an Asian person, white person, can't see yourself with that race, why is it? is the question you should ask. Like, why are you not okay with being with someone? It could just be the way you're raised. It really could be, you grew up around these people. So you're like, those are my people. I can't connect with these white people or these black people because I never grew up around those type of people. So I just have a different type of connection with this other group, which I definitely understand. I could say that when I was younger, there was a lot of mixed men around the area, and that is how my son came about because his father is mixed, and it's just that's what was around me. There was not a lot of black men that were for the choosing or whatever. It wasn't a lot. There was a lot of mixed men, and then some of the black men, they were like my brothers, so that was just weird. But so it's just, I don't know. I think if you can't see yourself with your own race, is there a reason of that? And I think that's something you should explore, because that really was something I had to think about. Like, why do I not gravitate towards black men, just straight black men? And it was just something I had to deal with myself. And again, like I said, daddy issues.
I think it's important too for people who do date outside their race. I guess specifically because I can only really speak to the experience of dating black men as like a white woman who like either watches other white women date black men or white men date black women. I think it's very important, even like in relationships and friendships, that like you kind of home in when certain things happen and see how they react to it, whether it be like microaggressions, whether it be outright racism, like either when you see somebody touch a black woman's hair, or if you hear somebody call, a black man an N-word. Like, it's just certain things, and you kind of home in to what that person's doing, and you kind of home into like what the person who's white, a complexion, says in those situations.
Usually nothing.
And that is, I feel like, usually a very strong indication on where they lie or what their investment may be with dating somebody outside of their race. When either they choose to or not to act when they see things like that happening, because make no mistake, they're aware that that's not appropriate. They're aware. I can't say they're aware that's inappropriate, because my experience and how I've grown up has been very different than other people. So things that I'm very aware of that is inappropriate may not always be the same for other folks. But I can say that for the most part, the big indicators, the big red flags, majority people know.
I'm quite sure they know. I would say there is no white person on this earth that doesn't know about racism. Especially, I would say, even some children now, depending on how they're raised, there's not one, at least adult, I would say over 10 years old and up, that doesn't know about racism, period. So the person chooses not to act because, one, either they don't care to act, or two, that's truly how they feel inside, and they're dating this person for whatever superficial it may be, whether it be the dough, where it be the D. What's another D word? I was trying to go with DDD. Dang it, I couldn't come up with it. See?
Dang it.
Whether it be the dough or the D or whatever else it may be, that's what they're there for if they can't defend you. Even though, a lot of men are like, well, I don't want my woman to defend you. However, if a white man or even a white woman is saying some crazy ass shit to you as a black man, yes, you should be able to defend yourself. But also, if she is standing right here the fuck beside you, she need to talk to her motherfucking people. She should not be silent like, ooh, what's going on? No, bitch. Tell your people to shut the fuck up. Hell no. I wish a motherfucker would. I wish a motherfucker would. Absolutely not. Even if it was a white motherfucker and I was dating a white man and he was saying some shit to, if a black man was saying some shit to him, I'm like, no, nigga, you need to stay in your motherfucking place. This has nothing to do with you. If you don't like it, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Right.
This is nothing to do with you. So that's just, maybe it's just me, but I think your partner should be there to defend you, especially with their own race.
Exactly.
If they don't, then I feel like something y'all need to talk that out, because I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think that, like, first analyze why they may be dating outside of their race, because I there's a lot of times there's a reason, whether that be for, predatory purposes, whether that be for, just the way someone was raised. There's always a reason. I think that should always be to some extent kind of looked at whenever you're dating outside of your race. Either way, whenever, no matter what the situation is.
Yeah. You know what made me think of? The movie with Daniel.
Are you talking about Queen of Slim?
No.
Oh.
Get Out.
Oh, yeah. There's always, a reason as to why. Again, a reason doesn't mean that it's bad.
Yeah.
But there's always a driving force, especially if it is something that is normal for them. If you see somebody who's regularly dating outside of their race, it's not just one off. That might be something different. But if consistently that person is dating outside their race, there's a specific race that they're dating. Whether it be someone dating exclusively white people, specifically black people, Asian, Hispanic, and again, that's outside of their race, there's usually some type of reason. Whether it be it's just what they grew up around, or, there's a stigmatism portion.
Yeah.
There's a plethora of things. So I always think that's important to understand the root of why there's a fetish, maybe. It's really important to understand the root of why that person may be dating outside their race exclusively with certain folks.
I have found, because there was this one white dude that wanted to talk to me, and all he dated, he said, I don't want nobody, it was online, and he on his profile it said, all I date is black queens, period. I don't want anyone else, so if you are not that race, do not swipe right.
But you know what's crazy? You ain't got to swipe at them, and guess what? You won't get matched.
Yes. But I guess he just wanted
to... That's about him. He don't
have to swipe. Yeah, but I think he just wanted it to be very, very clear that if you swipe, I've already told you in my profile that, and I just found that interesting. So I swiped so I could have a conversation with him. So I'm just very intrigued. No lie,
Did y'all match?
We did.
Okay.
No lie, had a banging body, ain't gonna front on it. The thing is, I have never truly found, I don't want to say normal, but really like a average white, Caucasian, whatever you want to say, male attractive. I found some on TV attractive, ooh, yes, ooh. But just regular outside, going to see, I've never found any attractive. For the most part, probably maybe 3 in my entire life. And so he was one of them. He was very attractive, but I really swiped right because I really was just I really want to know why you just date black women. And he had tattoos, like I said, banging body. And he was just it's what I grew up around, and a lot of, he said, what did he say? It's what I grew up around. I grew up in a certain type of neighborhood, so majority of the people and the people I went to school with were black. That's what I hung out with. That's just what I'm used to. And he said, so instead of trying to date, white woman or Asian woman or whatever, it's just I've tried that and it didn't work for me because of just maybe, my mentality. So it just did not work. So I just am there's no point in me trying something that I know that I fucking love black women and I don't want to do the other. And I said, okay, I just didn't know if it was a fetish thing, because there are those people out there that are ooh, I just want to, to dabble in it a little bit. So I wasn't sure, but I was very intrigued by that. That was no, this is 2017.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was interesting. He was cool, but I didn't go past talking. But yeah, I just was very intrigued to figure it out why that is the reason. But yeah.
Interesting. If you have any other varying thoughts on the conversation or perspectives on it, definitely let us know. As someone who prefers to date with interrace, for someone who I date outside my race on average 100% of the time, 100% of the time. I mean, so that's 2 different perspectives from that aspect. Like to hear more perspectives on that.
Yes.
Just to see.
Yeah. I am open to majority, but I don't know if I could ever date a white man. I just, to be honest, and I'm always honest with y'all out there, I just don't know if I could, because I don't truly think that he would be able to understand.
That's fair.
I think that would be, yeah. It's not because it's like, oh no. Like I said, I can't say that I find all of them super attractive, but I don't find all black men super attractive. But yes, it's just that in that aspect, I don't know if they're able to understand, or also if they're going to defend me, because I would be very highly upset if we out in these streets and something pop off with their race or another race or whatever, and then you standing there looking like Bobo. No.
And that's again, that's still important for friendships too. Like for you and I, if we were out somewhere and someone said something to you and I didn't check them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like,
we would have words.
That's an issue. Again, that's not just specifically to relationships. You know, again, that's any relationship. Again, that's family, that's friends, that's, you know, significant others. That's important for you to make sure that extends, you know, across the board. Yeah, absolutely.
So I have a question for you while we're talking about this. This is already on the topic, you know, even though we're running a little bit over.
Look, we give the people content, so I don't care, boy.
I just am curious, like, if you had a racist family, how do you think you would like go about that, especially with you predominantly dating outside of your race? Like, that's a good question, huh?
I feel like it's a very loaded, very touchy subject. Because I've been there before, where not immediate family, but older family did not agree with me dating outside my race. While that was never brought to me, to my face, that was something that I suffered consequences for in the long run with that family member. But I would never allow for a family member to ever disrespect, again, that's anyone. If I bring you somewhere with me, if I'm dating somebody and I bring them with me somewhere, I would never allow them to be disrespected. Now, and I would verbally make that, I wouldn't, you know, bring somebody off to the side and have a conversation. I'd make a stance very clear in the open to make sure they're aware, and anyone else who may be like-minded or may have an issue, you can let me know. The part that I do struggle with, though, is, so I have, for the most part, when I've learned these things about my family, I've distanced myself from them. And these are people who, growing up, were very important to me. So it's been very interesting, and at some point it's difficult to distance myself from people who have meant so much to me in my childhood. Because of me learning and understanding what their perspectives are as an adult. What I feel like I would struggle with is bringing around anyone who my family may have a problem with, again, extended family may have a problem with racially, bringing that person around my family. It's not necessarily not wanting to have my family meet them, as more or less, I don't want to traumatize somebody else, because I know how, I can't predict what someone else is going to do or say. That part of the family has a very good way of being covert and not overt with their racism. They would never do it to your face, because that's where I think most racists, they are aware of what they do and how they are when they're racist, and they know how to cover that when they need to. But I think, and I don't know if that's a problem. Again, I don't associate with any of those people anymore at all, but I don't know if that is an issue or could become an issue if I ever were to keep anybody in my life away from those people, because I don't want there to be an issue between the two. Again, I don't talk to them at all anymore. Like, I have zero communication with them in my current life, but I still don't. If something like, if there was a wedding or like a death in the family, and like specifically the person who I had the falling out with, who I was very close with, if they ever passed away, I would definitely want to be at their funeral. Let's say, for example, I was dating someone, or I was married to someone of the opposite race. I wouldn't not bring them with me, but I don't know if I would have a lot of reservations or concerns.
I think you would probably just talk to them and say, this is that side of the family, and I would like you to be there. However, I understand if you don't want to be because of anything that may ensue, while we're there. And then they can make a decision at that point. But at least you made it aware.
Yeah, but I'll never let nobody cross my lines like that, because right is right and wrong is wrong. And
facts!
If you can't respect, because again, nothing that I'm doing with that person encroaches upon any of your human rights. So it's just a matter of disagreement in my opinion, and nothing that encroaches upon anything that has anything to do with you. So for me, you can have a different opinion, but as long as you don't come out of pocket and don't overstep your boundaries, don't disrespect.
Definitely the disrespect part. But a lot of racists don't know how to not do that because they like to say stuff. It's like it.
My mouth
water on their tongue.
My mouth is way too reckless for that.
Yeah, I don't.
So
as you know, I've been in situations. I've definitely been in situations with people before that I believe to be my friends, and it went south. So it's a hard. Yeah. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you got to choose if you're going to. You said something earlier to me, and it really took me because again, my upbringing has been so different than a lot of other, I guess, white people. I've been surrounded by black people literally all my life, growing up, school, friends, family, all of that. So, I can only speak like you. I can only speak from my experience. You can only speak from yours. So when you said that, I more get shocked when white people may be an ally versus them being racist. And I was like, wow, I don't always expect a white person to be racist, but your experience definitely, especially as a black person, is going to be very different than mine because you're going to hear and experience things very differently than I do. I would think it's very interesting, one, how people of two skin tones can experience life very differently, and then also where your skin tone, where your ethnicity grows up, how that can change everything about your life.
Yes, the grow up part, but I also think of who you're being taught from.
Right.
Because you could grow up in the ghetto and, you could still be a racist motherfucker.
Right.
And you still be surrounded by a bunch of black people because you are poor or whatever it may be, so you're still in that same area, and you could still be racist as fuck because your parents or your grandparents that you visited every summer or whatever it may be instilled these things into your brain. So I believe it definitely is the area that you are raised in, but I think more than anything is definitely who is teaching you. So just like I try to teach my son about black history that isn't taught in schools because they teach the normal things. You got Rosa Parks, you got Martin Luther, and maybe one sentence about Malcolm X that I don't even know if that's in there. So it's like you have these things, but in reality, you're not really being taught the whole thing. So I want to make sure that my son is being taught and learns about black history overall, the good, the bad, everything we went through, so he can make a decision, in life for whatever reason, whatever he wants to do, and make sure that he's aware of our history and doesn't just believe that our history is slavery, because that's all what they fucking teach in school.
Right.
It's slavery. And guess what? Slavery and some more slavery. And then they ended with slavery. So it's just like, that's not what we were. Bitch, we came up with things that y'all fucking stole. We are the experiment for the shit that y'all came up, for the medicine that y'all used to this motherfucking day. We don't get credit for any of that. But nobody would know that unless you look it up. So yeah. Sorry, I just have to say that piece. But yes, yes, if there is a true ally, and the key part is true, then it is very rare. I probably can maybe in my lifetime name not even a whole handful that I have physically met. There are people that pretend to be, and they want to be down. I'm down. But no, bitch, you're not. If your mama was to come to you and say that I was a nigga bitch, I bet your ass wouldn't say not a goddamn thing.
Yeah, so
So yes, there's that piece. So you just have to be a true friend, just like you are to your same race people. Be a true friend.
Mm-hmm.
If you really are. If you're not, then stop hanging out with them motherfuckers. I just don't get it. There ain't no point. Ain't no point in being fake. I have no time for the fakeness. There's just no point.
Facts.
If I didn't like Fee, baby, trust and believe, we would not be. I just don't. I try to be cordial. That's something different than friendship.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely be cordial. I would never try to be disrespectful to someone unless they cross the line. But other than that, there ain't no. Yeah, ain't no point. Whatever. That's it. I'm done.
Well, like usual, peeps, we appreciate you being here. We will have a special guest next time.
Yes, we will.
Make sure you tune in. Like I said, we want to incorporate having people on the show. Try to have them here once in a while to kind of vary out and kind of keep it fresh.
Exactly. Different experiences, different thoughts.
Yes, some people who want to promote. Some people just become chit chat. Some people got something to promote, want to get your name out there. Definitely let us know if you want to come up onto the show.
Exactly.
And sit and talk with us and just shoot the shit and whatever comes up.
But just know we're always going to be on and
yeah.
As long as you're aware of that. And always remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and tell everybody.
And remember, life is tough, my dear, but so are
you. And remember, each of you are beautiful and to never stay what?
Stagnant
in your motherfucking life. Deuces.
Bye.